Hi folks, this is Jeff Howard. I'm back with another film photography tip, and I hope this is one that'll be of some help to you. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so today I've got a tip about a camera that's very common and very affordable. It's called the Nikon FG. Now, as many of you probably know, this is a Nikon SLR from the early 1980s. And it's not as popular as the more expensive Nikons like the FM and the F3 and the FE and all those. So it's very plentiful. They produced a lot of these cameras and are great cameras, but they do have a trick that I believe may be confusing to some people, and I want to share how to overcome that. And that trick is that when you first load your film in this camera, you will you can pull out your cocking lever for your shutter, push the button halfway, and the metering doesn't work. This is when you first load your film. And what you have to do is you have to continue to cock the camera and click the shutter and advance the film until the number 1 appears right here in this little window. Now my camera's already past number 1. But that's where you'll look for it at. And until you get that counter up to frame number 1, the viewfinder where you look for metering will only show the 2 upper red diodes lit, and they're not moving. And you'll try to test if the camera's metering by maybe putting your hand over the lens or pointing it at a shadow or working the f-stop ring, and they'll make no change. Those same 2 diodes will be lit. And you'll probably begin to think, is there something wrong with my battery? Or is the lens not coupled properly? Is it not coming on? Is there something wrong in there? You have all kinds of thoughts like that. But all it is that you must continue to work this lever and fire the shutter and wind that film around that spool. And what I think Nikon's wanting to do is when you load the film, these were sort of beginner or very amateur cameras. They were aimed at an amateur market. So what they wanted to do is make sure that when you put the film in, you didn't get this part that's exposed right here. When you shut the door, they didn't want you to waste a picture on that, I think. So they made it where you had to cock it and fire it about 3 or 4 times to get fresh film out of the cassette and over into the take-up reel and behind the shutter. And anyway, that's what you got to do. You've got to do that until you get a number 1 up and that little thing right there. And when you do that, your meter will start working and everything will be fine. And now I know that is covered in the Nikon manual, but most of us know cameras. We don't read manuals. We just want to get the camera up. We know how to use it, so we just jump around and start shooting. And we don't have that with us if we're out in the field and have this problem. And when you shoot different cameras, it's easy to be confused by things that one of them does. It's a little abnormal because, as you know, an FM does not do that. You pull that out and that FM's ready to meter. Don't matter what frame you're on, you know. But for the FG, not that way. And I'm hoping that that'll help some people that may experience that problem either with this particular camera, the Nikon FG. And I'm not sure, but I think some other cameras have a similar problem. So, your camera may be one of those that you have to wind it until you get that far enough ahead. And one other thing is that in the early 80s, these old style manual film advanced cameras are very possibly that way. By the late 80s, early 90s, we started seeing cameras coming on the market where you have the back open, you just stretch the film across, close the back, and it starts winding it onto there. And you don't have this problem because it's already advanced far enough to be passed up to the first frame. But hopefully this will save some cameras because, you know, people might do this and go, man, my camera quit working. What's wrong with this thing? You know, they try a battery and they try a different lens and, you know, they try turning it off and turning it back on and they think, man, that camera quit. I'm going to throw that thing away. Well, we don't want to do that. It's a perfectly good camera. It's just not ready to shoot yet because it needs the film to be advanced till we get to frame 1 and the little finder there. Well, I hope that helped. Hope it wasn't too long-winded because I tend to be that way. But Hey, thanks for watching. I hope this helps somebody. And if you hear somebody having this problem, maybe share this tip with them. You might keep them from throwing their camera away. You know, they might go, wow, my camera does work. I'm not going to throw it away after all. You know, wouldn't that be great? So hopefully it helps some people. Thank you for watching and have a great day. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.